Jammu Links News Top Stories is brought to you by Tasya Herbals alcohol-based hand sanitizer with neem and aloe vera extracts, helping India fight COVID-19. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha approved regularization and promotion of over 550 officers at the level of SP and Deputy Superintendent on Wednesday, putting to rest the decades-old seniority disputes and resultant litigations in Jammu and Kashmir. Sinha said, "It is our collective responsibility to address the issue of career progression of police personnel and well-being of their families." The exercise started by former Lieutenant Governor G.C. Murmu has finally paved the way for smooth career progression of the gazetted cadre of J&K Police. While officers were promoted to the rank of SPs and Deputy SPs, they were only getting benefits as inspectors in absence of regularization of their promotions. Jammu and Kashmir women footballer Afshan Ashiq, who hit the headlines in 2017 as a stone pelter in Srinagar, will be among some top sports persons of the country who will interact with Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the Fit India dialogue session on Thursday. Goalkeeper Ashiq will join the likes of Indian cricket team captain Virat Kohli, two-time Paralympic gold medalist javelin thrower Devendra Jajharia, health and fitness influencer Milind Soman, among others, for the interaction. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on Wednesday took stock of on-the-spot public grievances redressal during the Block Divas at Akhnoor. Sinha, on the occasion of Block Divas, took stock of on-the-spot public grievances redressal by various departments. He also issued instructions on spot.
जो हमारी स्कीम्स चल रही हैं उनको जनता के बीच पॉपुलराइज करना। भाई आपको डेयरी लगानी है तो 5 पशु में 50% हम आपको सहायता देंगे। हमारी जो भी स्कीम्स हैं उनको बताना और जो रोज़मर्रा की दिक्कतें हैं लोगों की उनको दूर करना। पिछले वेडनेसडे को जो शिकायतें आई थीं उनमें से अधिकांश का निराकरण।
Though the state administration ignored the demand for declaring the birthday of Maharaja Hari Singh, the last Dogra ruler of Jammu and Kashmir, as a public holiday, people across the region celebrated his 125th birth anniversary. Various social and political groups organized paid tributes to the erstwhile Dogra ruler, considered as the great social reformer of his time. The Pakistan Army violated ceasefire by resorting to heavy firing and mortar shelling in forward areas along LOC in Kirni, Kasbah and Shahpur sectors in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch district on Wednesday. The Indian Army retaliated befittingly. The Pakistan Army has violated ceasefire 37 times this month. Iltija Mufti, the daughter of former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti, has filed a habeas corpus petition in the Supreme Court challenging her mother's detention under the Public Safety Act. People's Democratic Party leader Mehbooba Mufti has been jailed since before the centre read down Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir on August 5, 2019. On July 31st, J&K administration extended Mehbooba's detention under PSA by 3 months. Parliament on Wednesday passed a bill for inclusion of Kashmiri, Dogri and Hindi in the list of official languages in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, in addition to the existing Urdu and English. The Jammu and Kashmir Official Languages Bill 2020 was passed by Rajya Sabha through voice vote. Lok Sabha has cleared the legislation on Tuesday. Up in arms against the alleged callous attitude of the university administration toward their long-pending demands, the Jammu University non-gazetted employees on Wednesday held a protest demonstration in front of the administration block and raised slogans in support of their demands, which include revision of their pay band, regularization of genetics department employees, taking into account earlier services of helpers for their promotion, etc. They also want to intensify the token strike if the demands are not considered by the university. Continuing the positive recovery trend, India for the 5th consecutive day recorded more daily recoveries than the number of fresh cases in the same span of time. The change in the trend started from September 19th, when India was reported around 90,000 daily COVID-19 cases. On September 19th, the number of recoveries was over 95,000. In the last few days, the number of fresh daily cases has dipped and from 90,000 mark has settled in the 80,000 mark, making an exception on September 22nd, when India recorded the lowest daily case of 75,083. An indigenously developed laser-guided anti-tank guided missile has been successfully test-fired by the DRDO at a firing range in Maharashtra's Ahmednagar. The weapon, having a range up to 4 km, was tested fire from an MBT Arjun tank at KK ranges in Armored Corps Center and schools in Ahmednagar. The laser-guided anti-tank guided missile is likely to significantly enhance the firepower capability of the Indian Army, particularly along the frontiers with Pakistan and China. The Indian Air Force Rafale Squadron's first women fighter pilot is Flight Lieutenant Shivangi Singh. Commissioned into the IAF in 2017 as part of the second batch of women fighter pilots, Varanasi native Flight Lieutenant Shivangi Singh is currently undergoing conversion training and will shortly become a formal part of the 17th Squadron Golden Arrows in Ambala. Singh has been selected to join the freshly inducted Rafale fighter fleet as one of its crew flying the multi-role air dominance aircraft. Toyota Kirloskar Motor on Wednesday entered the compact SUV segment with the launch of the new Urban Cruiser. The Toyota Urban Cruiser price starts at Rs 8.40 lakh ex-showroom Delhi and goes up to Rs 11.30 lakh for the top-of-the-line trim. The deliveries of the new Urban Cruisers will begin in mid-October. The Toyota Urban Cruiser will be up against like of the Maruti Suzuki Vitara Brezza, the Hyundai Venue, the Tata Nexon, the Mahindra XUV 300, the Ford EcoSport and the recently launched Kia Sonet.